Today's video, I'm going to take you on a quick tour of the garden and harvest it, go through it, tell you some things that failed, I guess you could say, and some that are really taking off, and also put down some fertilizer in it, feed the plants. So stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome to sunny Bermuda. First, as we approach this gate, I have some pots here I have set out. My girls grew some sunflowers in these little pots here. These are some extra pots that have just been given to me. Let's go on in. Same here, we've got some marigolds planted. They grew these from seed. Got some up there. And let's start, I guess, in this bed. This bed, I haven't got anything planted in it right now, but earlier in the spring I had a whole bed of kale, and down there I had a whole bed of lettuce, romaine lettuce, and it harvested really good. And I haven't replanted it. This bed is some bush beans. They didn't do too good. I guess this is one of the negatives in this garden. The bush beans did not produce very good. We probably got enough for two meals to feed a family of 6. As you can see, there's one. They just didn't produce a whole lot in this bed. I think I may have overwatered it and just stunted the bushes maybe. And these over here, I just planted these not too long ago. They're pole beans, and I made this little pole thing out of some cane poles, and I'm hoping these will take off and grow up it, maybe fill in. They don't seem to be growing too good as well, kind of slow. We make our way around here, and oh, we forgot, the oak is really taking off. I've already harvested it several times and it needs harvesting again. As you can see, we'll get down in here. Oh yeah, there's some okra here. I like to pick it when it's 3 to 4 inches long. Perfect for cutting up and frying. They get too big, like this one. That was probably way too big for cutting up and frying. But it'd be good if you like to boil them, I guess. Let them slide down your throat, which I don't. Oh, there's a pretty flower. And we make our way around here. Also, when I saw that these were failing, I planted some more bush beans, a different type over here. These haven't started producing fruit on it yet. They have a lot of, as you can see, little flowers on it. It also leads me to this trellis I made. It comes all the way up. Oh, there's a little cucumber up here hanging from the very top. But I kind of overplanted the cucumbers because I grew them from seed, and at first I didn't think they were going to take off, but then being, like a month later, after they looked like they were going to die, when I transplanted them from inside the house to down here, they just caught root and just took off and went crazy. Look at all the blooms on these. And we have cucumbers coming out our ears. Look, there's one right here. It's ready for picking. These are pickling cucumbers. We've already got a couple of jars of cucumbers in there that we've pickled. My wife has. There's another one. And we'll come back in just a minute and see how much we can get. But over here, this is going to be some spaghetti squash. I know it'll survive. We've had these seeds for years, and you just throw it down in some dirt and it'll take off. But what I'm hoping they'll do is take up the side of the fence and just run, as much as they want to. And then we have 2 potatoes in containers here, and they're probably about ready for harvesting. You usually harvest them when the tops start to look kind of puny and die down. Then we got 2 blackberries. We picked some few blackberries off of them, and then we clipped them down. I'm gonna do something with that next year, outside of the garden. Then we got some sweet potatoes. They're growing. They were just little slips somebody gave us, and they've really taken off. And then this container is just it was a lot of pretty flowers. And here's some squash, some yellow crookneck squash. As you can see, there's plenty of flowers in there. And we've harvested more than we can eat in there because not many people like squash in my family. But I wanted to plant it anyway just to see what we could produce. You can see there's some babies down there. And there's a yellow one over there, ready to be picked. And there's plenty more coming on that one. So they're really going to take off for another harvest. And then down here, well, there's another one. Uh-oh, this one almost got too big. Let me grab it off and show you. Look at that. Definitely a crookneck, ain't it? That's perfect size. Cutting up. I'll set it down and finish going. These zucchinis, they've really taken off too. We probably picked 20 of them so far. Oh, there's one there. Oh, it's done gotten too big. It's been 2 days since we've harvested and we should have gotten this one. Look at that. It's got some ants on it. We normally like to get them a little thinner when they're smaller. That way we can put it in one of our spaghetti squash strainers and make make spaghetti noodles out of the zucchini, which is pretty neat. Put that down. And then, yeah, this side, it's really taken off. Look at all the cucumbers. We'll see how many we can pick from there. And then we got this. This is something that really is amazing. This is a cattle panel. And look at that tomato. Look at that. It's huge. It goes all the way up. Taller than I am, and it's coming out the top. It's well over 6 feet tall. Making a lot of ripe tomatoes. Some of those are ready to be pulled. And over here you got your steak tomatoes. We picked a couple last week. It was like almost twice as big as this one here. And it was already red. Come on down. This is just your standard cage, a heavy duty cage you get from Lowe's. I've got 2 of them here. They're holding up pretty good. You can see this one's starting to lean compared to this one. I'm definitely gonna make some more of these next year, and I'll make a video on how to make these. Out of one cattle panel, one 16-foot cattle panel, we'll make 2 of these. This one and this one. Look, it really keeps it in there. And again, it's coming out the top up here. I'm 6'2", so it's getting on up there. Uh-oh. I bet a bird's done found it. That one. Then we got several under here it's making. And here's some more of the steak tomatoes. About ready to be pulled. And we have harvested this little plant here. These are little cherry tomatoes. Like crazy. We have a whole bucket full of these. And there's still a lot more to pick. And come down here. This failed. This whole twine. I had 2 pieces left over from when I made the 2 cattle panels. So I put them up and I was going to run twine between them. And then I seeded some cherry tomatoes inside and brought them out here. And just put out way too many. So it's just a big cluster. But they definitely produce some. You can see down in there, see the red ones? Those look ready. These are almost ready. There's some more of the little ones. And we'll circle around. We've got some, hey, there's some bell pepper in here. See that? There's a yellow one. About ready to pick that one. It's almost yellow. 2 green ones here. There's another green one up here all on the same bush. Got some jalapenos. My wife used that to put in some salsa. Get a little spice to it. Definitely ready to pull these jalapenos. And then there's some dill. We just planted that a couple of days ago. We was like, well, we need some dill for the pickling. That's pretty much it, guys. That's a quick tour of it. So now I'm going to harvest some and I'll show you the result when I get done. And then we're going to spray some fertilizer on everything to really give it another kick. couple here. There's more than a couple I've already gotten so far. I'm not even done. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 cucumbers. And this was harvested, I'm not kidding, 2 or 3 days ago. So, there's another one, perfect size for pickles. I like to slice these up and put them in some jars, kind of make fermented pickles out of them. We'll let that one grow a little longer. It's not quite the size. Oh, there's another one. There's a perfect size here. There, perfect size. Kind of slender. Oh, is that more down here? There's another one. I let it get a little bigger. Look at these babies growing. Oh yeah. If you stand here for a few minutes, you'll see all kind of bees and butterflies. Look at there, the bee. Yep. They're coming in and out of the, he's hopping from flower to flower, pollinating. And that's what you want to see. Oh, there's another one, that's a big one. You want to see those bees. See, there's a bee, you see that? There's another cucumber, I'll leave that one. Jumping from flower to flower. It's amazing. This is just awesome. I think I almost enjoy gardening more than doing lawn work. But yeah, we'll go on the other side. See how many we can get. There's one. We'll probably can get it tomorrow or the day after. Let's see. Is that one big enough? Oh, here's another one. Look at there. Perfect size. Looks like a little round one right there. That's odd. It might have got wedged in there and grew kind of round. I'll reach in and get it too. I think that's about it for cucumbers. Whew. See, we have been coming out our ears with cucumbers, and as you can see from all the flowers, we will definitely have more to come. So if you want some cucumbers, holler at me and I'll send you some. As you can see, we've got some marigolds in here. And I lined those along this edge here where the tomatoes are. It's supposed to be good in helping deter pests and all from tomatoes. And so far, I guess it's worked pretty good. Because I hadn't really, I found a couple of hornworms down there on those. And I picked those off by hand. And I did spray a little 7 dust on it once. So we'll go ahead and start harvesting these tomatoes. Look at them, perfect size. Look at that, beautiful. Some of these, like that one, it's a slight orange, so we'll let it sit on the vine some more, but these deep red ones, we'll go ahead and get these. It just fell off. It was definitely ready. But yeah, we'll give these other ones another day or two, because they still have a little yellow to them. I'm not sure how they're going to show up on the GoPro. They're still a little, not quite red like these are down here, so I may leave those and check back a couple more days. I think I'll go ahead and get this one. As you can see, that's often caused from overwatering when they start splitting like this on the top. Sometimes it'll wrap all the way around the bottom. Yeah, I'll go ahead and get these too. can see this one's starting to split on the top a little bit. Right there. But that's not bad. Of course, here's the one that looks like a bird got a hold of. I may pick it, yeah, because the bottom, you can see it's starting, its juice is flowing out of it. I think I'll go ahead and get these too. They look ready. Nice and deep pink color. Let's set the camera down, grab these. They feel heavy. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Yeah.
Wait, that pepper's turning yellow.
Yeah, it is.
Cool. I wonder if I'll leave it on there.
Okay, so Mrs. Sunny came out and helped me, and we were just about to bring this inside, and I was like, wait, I want to go through and show everything I harvested. So she picked a lot of little tomatoes. We got a bucket full of cucumbers here, a large bucket full of tomatoes, lots of tomatoes down in there, different varieties, a lot of jalapenos. What is that, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 jalapenos. And here, more cucumbers, a huge spaghetti, a huge zucchini, and we only had a couple of picnic squash this time, and then we had a big handful of okra. So all this. So we'll take this inside, wash it down real good, and prep it, and enjoy some fresh veggies. Now we're gonna head back to the garden, and I'm gonna put down a little fertilizer on the vegetable plants and see if we can get another good yield. Okay, we are done harvesting for today. We haven't had a rain in almost a week, so I'll probably turn the sprinklers on it a little bit after I apply some fertilizer. And today's fertilizer, I've applied this once about 2 weeks ago. This is the Anderson's MicroBlitz. It's an all-purpose liquid plant food. It's readily available online. It's a NPK ratio 11:8:5, and NPK is your nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And it includes fulvic acid, and you meant to spray it on the leaves, so it's a leaf intake, so it's systemic, so it'll be absorbed through the leaves. Then also, after you spray it, you can water around the base of the plants and really get it into the soil for the plants to pull up to the roots. So we'll probably do that in a little while, turn the sprinkler systems on. But first, we're going to do this. It says to shake bottle well, that's why I've been shaking it. And it's really simple. You put it on the end of the water hose, like you see me do simple lawn solutions on the front yards and backyard. Same thing, you just attach it to the hose. You got the same little twist knob there. As you can see, it's on off, it's got water, and then on for applying the product. And you can also put this in a watering can. I believe it is in 1/2 ounce. So this is what, 32 ounces, I believe? Yeah, 32 fluid ounces. So it lasts a while. You put 1/2 ounce in 1 gallon, and you can do like each bed if you wanted to do it that way and just water the soil. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna hook it up to my water hose here and just spray it down real quick. It doesn't take long. And then we'll water it in a little while. Okay, I have it hooked up here to the water hose. It's on the off position. So we'll move it up to the water position. And then I'll turn it on and I'll start spraying. There we go. guys, as a recap, I went through, I did a harvest. I gave you guys a quick little tour of my little garden here. It's not very big, it's 32 feet by 32 feet, and I got some raised beds in here. And really this bed's not producing, and this one's not, because I'm just letting it lay there. And I plan to plant some stuff in it really soon. But the rest of this stuff is really taking off, especially the cucumbers and all your squashes in the back, and zucchini and tomatoes. They're really producing, and okra too. And I went through and I hit it with some Anderson's MicroBlitz, and also hit the flowers here to try and really help boost some flower production. It's always good to have flowers in your garden to help promote bee traffic, all your good pollinators. I've seen butterflies in here, especially around these cucumbers. You can see bees going from flower to flower all around. And I didn't put a whole lot of this on it, as you can see by the level here. This is my second application. It's only down to here. Basically just spritz it real good to, you know, give it a little supplement, because I really like to feed the soil, and I do that different ways, using worm castings and some good organic mulch put in it. All right guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and leave me a comment. Do you want to see more gardening videos? Maybe go into a little more detail about how I did some stuff, how I made the arch trellis, how I made the tomato trellises, you know, or how I built the beds. I do have a video on how I built the beds. I'll put a link up here in the top corner here. So guys, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you really soon in the yard.